What up, my tribe? Stock Holler here. Welcome, welcome. As promised, I do those instant replay videos, right? So we're gonna go straight to the scoreboard and see which one I did last. DI, as always, bless his heart, is constantly giving us or updating the scoreboard for us. This one's from yesterday, actually. So the last one we did was GRI. So we'll do GRRRCHEA. And today in longboard, he mentioned, oh yeah, here it is. So this is the updated one. He just hasn't put it in the scoreboard channel. I'm sure he will. So we've got three to go over: GRRR, CHEA, and NVIV. Okay. So let's quickly look at why they made it onto the scoreboard. And then I'll take you to the chart and we'll show you how each of these was 100% and beyond play using the 100% beyond strategy. So really quickly, here's the ticker. It was a virgin for 60 days for it to make it on here, meaning it hadn't had a run over 100% in the last 60 days. The launch price, if it was a dollar stock, just so you know, pink is penny stock, green is dollar stock. So this is a penny and this is a penny. We don't average the pennies because they're so cheap, so many people can buy them. And the dollar stocks, if it's not around the $3 average, it doesn't even make it on the scoreboard. Or I guess it can. It's just this is the sweet spot for the launch price of a dollar stock. And the reason why, as we've gone over in some of the other videos, is that once stocks start getting kind of expensive, the pattern day trader that's less than 25,000 in his account, it's a cash account, they don't like to trade as much when the stock gets expensive. They like to, and I guess it's probably because they don't understand that you can still make money on a stock that's expensive, but you have to have a lot more capital to do it. And for those to move, all the traders with capital have to move those bigger floats. But dollar doesn't always have to do with float. That brings us on to the next part. Penny float. What's the float size, right? So the average is 15 million for penny floats. Dollar float, the average is 4 million shares. And for it to become a scoreboard ticker, it has to, if it's a penny, the float doesn't so much matter. For some, well, I already told you for the reason, because a lot of traders will trade that and can move it. The dollar float matters more because they get too expensive, right? So less than 20 million, and right now the average sweet spot of it, one of these perfect storm stocks is $4. Okay, so moving on. Pre-market, market AM, market PM, aftermarket. We'll just talk about what time of day. You'll want to pay attention to what time these ran. NVIV ran at 9:25 Eastern. So right at market open, 5 minutes before market open, it launched. CHEA, it launched at 7:45 Eastern. And GRRR ran later in the day at 10:25. Well, not later in the day. Looks like it was still mid-morning, just before noon, 10:25 a.m. So why is this important? Because the averages, it tells you when you have to be paying attention to the markets. It tells you how much of your life trading is going to consume. Why spend any of your life during these hours, unless you're just practicing trading? But I love this average column right here because it tells me that on average, these runners are starting at 7:54 a.m. Eastern. So that's 8 a.m. That means I can get up at 7:30 Eastern sit down, wake up, and start trading at and just wait for that moment. I think DI said that 85% of all these trades throughout the year that we've crunched data on happen during this time frame. So stick with that time frame. That's why this is important. And then the first run, we're going to go over on each of these tickers. But on average, the runs are 57 minutes. Looks like in NVIV, the first one was only 20. We have a weak market right now. CHEA was 35 and GRRR was 90 minutes. Penny stock, that one was such a long, drawn out play all day long. Our average gain right now is 237%. That means over the course of a year, the average gain on that first run of all of these stocks that match up this criteria run 237% on average. Okay, let's see what our scoreboard stars did. NVIV was 167%, so well below the average. CHEA 190%, closer to the average, and GRR 119%. So again, we've had a weak market because the Russell's been in the Russell Daily, the ticker IWM has been in a sell, and so the money's out of the market right now. Lots of political world crap going on that is probably negatively impacting us and our markets as traders, unfortunately. Okay. Will we go over volume triggers? Yes, we will. Yeah, I'll show you that when we get to the charts, but it looks like GRRR was 1.7 million. Okay, I don't know how it's 170. Wait. Is that 1.7? I think it is. It's 1.7 million. Yeah, because CHEA, because right here it says volume triggers 2681. So on average, these perfect setup plays, for them to move that volume trigger, the initial one is usually on average 681,000 shares. And then the price launches. And NVIV was 535,000. CHEA was only 90,000 for that first volume trigger. And then I can't wait till we get to, I think the next segment of our strategy tutorial videos is these last columns that most of you don't know anything about. And then 1.7 million on the penny GRRR. So yeah, volume trigger, they work like this. When the run first starts, you got that first candle that was the beginning of the up run. And that's on average 68,000 shares, right? And all this curriculum, all this criteria lines up for that perfect storm. It's the launch price, the virgin thing, the float, the time of day. And so the volume triggers once the run, this is how it helps you to stay in the trade throughout the day, buying in and buying out. It could help you with entries and exits because the volume trigger for the run to have continuation, I'm going to point it out on the chart here in just a minute. We'll come back to that. But I actually think that, okay, 100% beyond. This is basically the first gain. This is on the day. So overall on the day, what did the stock overall run to? Beyond 100%, right? And this helps us know that on average, it's overall on the day, you might have a chance to get out of that trade if you made some stupid decision. Like if you bought in at 237% on average, the first gain, sometimes they don't come back from that. They don't go above beyond that. But 100% beyond strategies on average go way above that. So if you got in maybe too high, that might tell you that later in the day when it takes a dip, you can hold that trade or average down, and later on it'll come back and get you out. I've seen that happen a lot. Do you see how valuable the scoreboard is, y'all? I spent some of my youth in Missouri, Missouri, and picked up that y'all word. I love that word. Anyways, 100% beyond sweetness. The NVIV went 332% on the day. And gosh, isn't this cool? 167% after the first game. A lot of times people play this run and that's it, and they don't trade anything else. Oh, look at this. See, and this is sometimes why. CHEA, 190% on the first run, and then it sold off after 190%. It never went beyond that. Okay. So that means 100% was your entry. You could have netted fit 90% on that trade. And then this one on the first run, if you went in at 100%, you could have made 67% on your money. And the last one was a torturous play that made you wait for a really long time before it did anything, and it didn't do much at all. But 119% is what GRRR did. So that's only 19% profit. And then beyond that, it probably dumped and then came back up, dump. It just kept hovering. It never really made it past like 140, I don't think. 140%. But like DI wrote here, it's 132%. All right. Just a fresh reminder. Oh, this is cool. Look at the time to triple. Every 10 hours we get a stock that runs up to 100%, which is time to triple digits every 10 hours. And it's showing you how much time lapsed in between these. So before we saw GRRR, 18 hours passed before it popped. And then 2 hours later, CHEA popped. Yeah, same day. Sweet. And then 11 hours later, NVIV popped. Gosh, DI, you're such a mad genius with this, the way you laid this scoreboard out. I don't even think I'm going to go over these GRR. Maybe I will. This is going to be a long video. I think maybe I'll just make this the strategy. I think part 5 or something. We're getting one runner daily. And these are days, like it might take 2 days before this one popped, and then it was 18 days in between here to there, I'm assuming. F&P ratio, yeah, that's where I lack the knowledge here. So I haven't done my research enough on this. So I'll have to do a separate video for this last. But anyways, doesn't matter, right? We'll get back to that. That leaves me with more content to come, more creation. All right, so let's go check out GRRR and be bored out of our minds. Let's find out if it was a version. The other thing about GRRR is remember, these were all top gainers. They went to the #1 spot. All right, it goes without saying, but we all need to be reminded of that. And these happened on a red freaking day. See over here on the far right, Russell 3000. Look at all these runners during the green when the Russell was in the green. Gosh, this is such a cool thing. Hit rate. Yeah, this is all pretty much the video, man. 100% beyond hit rate. We've had 174 for 174 that have all gone to 100% and beyond. The F&P ratio is float and price. And so I believe it's float divided by price. I always get this wrong, or vice versa. But basically the float, if the float's less than the price, or the price is less than the float, usually it's always like that. But if it was reversed and the float was less than the price, you could see some explosive moves there. Anyways, I don't know. Let's get some clarity on that, shall we? But the 100% beyond is hit rates, understandable. And the Russell 3000, how this correlates with all of these days. Red, green. It'd be neat to see the whole year, but we just started crunching data on this correlation not too long ago. So, gosh, this is such an amazing thing. Every time I really study this, the depth, you know. All right, let's go to the charts. Let's check out GRRR first. Let's make it bigger. And looks like I put a line on here. Oh, is this the one I did I might have done, hold on a second. We started doing strategy and play. Oh, GRRR. Yeah, y'all should just go watch this video in our strategy and play channel. Strat and play. Yeah, strategy and play channel is where I post videos where of the trade. Like I actually paper traded this. We've hit 100% and beyond, and you can go in there and see how much of that 100% and beyond I captured. But yeah, I'm not gonna cover GRRR. So there's that. Let's move on to the next one. What was it? CHEA. Wait, that's the wrong. DI, put the scoreboard back in the and update that channel. Well, at least it's right here. All right, what was the next one? CHEA. Yeah, okay. So CHEA. CHEA. What chart is this? It's the 1 minute. February 5th. Pre-market. Let's go see if it was a virgin first. Let's look at it on the daily. How about the 1 hour? What in the world? This stock isn't very old. Oh, what is this thing? Oh, it's an acquisition company. It's a special, a SPAC. SPAC stands for acquisition company, special purpose acquisition company. It's a way that companies have figured out how to go public without going public. They put the kind of, it's like the way instead of like having a devastating IPO, initial public offering, they just partner and merge with a SPAC that's already created its entity, and it's kind of feeling the waters for how people are reacting to the company. So whatever this company, when they merge with another company, that's what sent this one. So it was flatlining basically. And so see, we're studying right now, why is this a virgin? It was flatlining forever. It was a special purpose acquisitions company. And so, or a SPAC. And whenever a SPAC takes place, they usually merge and take on a new ticker name. So like Donald Trump's ticker right now, he's got DWAC is his acquisition company, and it's going to merge with his entertainment company or management company. It's like TMLT or something, and it'll take on that new ticker name. So anyways, that's why this one's a virgin. All right, that's why I made it to the scoreboard. We always have to understand that, right? So now let's take it to the runs on the 5-minute candle. What's our rule? What do we do first? Well, first I have to switch this to percentage so that y'all can see where the 100% line is. And to do that, see this gray line on your chart? Don't forget, you got to kind of zero it out and take it down to the initial start of the run. This blue is aftermarket yesterday, or the day before the run happened. This is pre-market. So see where this line is now for this first run? See the line, it's at 0%. We're about lined up. So that means I can go all the way up to here to 100%. And I can put my entry line. I know some of you guys are way faster minded than me. You're probably like, oh my gosh, this guy's so slow. But I don't care. It's not my problem. But you're here to learn, right? And if you're not, you should probably go somewhere else where you'll be appreciated or appreciate what we do. 100%. So that's our 100% line, right? Where's our entry? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 minutes. Yeah, this was a short one. Happened pre-market. We can talk about those. See this run right here? You know how a minute ago I was talking about the volume triggers? Let's see what this one is. 20,000 volume. In the 5 minute? 23,000, 24,000, 42,000, 87,000. Let's go see what the volume trigger was. Let's see if DI put that down. CHEI. The volume trigger was, oh yeah, 90,000. Huh. 90,000 on the 5 minute. 90,000. Where the heck is that 90,000? Oh, maybe that one right there. He probably rounded up. So he's not counting it until it really got the volume there. So later on in the day, if you want to take a second trade, the way these volume triggers can help you with future entry is, and to determine whether stock's going to have upward progression later on in the day. If the volume trigger exceeds this volume trigger on the next run, that's an indicator that the stock's going to move up again. That's why and how we can use volume triggers. So enter at 100%. Okay, I just moved the chart, so it just got totally screwed. Let's go see if any of these 16,000. This is after hours. 16, 14, 15. No, you wouldn't have taken an entry on those. It's just another way of confirmation, right? So let's just squeeze this chart until we get that yellow line back to 100%. It's extremely annoying. I hate that about this stupid. Okay. Now the chart's all whack. Regular. Let's do that and then switch it back to percentage. Or you can just go use our PERM. If you go look in our, let me show you real quick. Go look in this channel. I asked him to put it in here the other day, and I believe he did. Daily debrief. I said, hey, can you post the link to your indicator on TradingView that helps people put the line on their chart? Where in the world did I have him post that? I thought he posted it in Daily Debrief. Huh. Anyways, hopefully you got the line on your chart. DI posted a picture of it today, I believe. Let's go look in Longboard. I'd have to go through the whole day. Anyways, on your chart, it puts the 100% line automatically. I've talked about it in other videos. All right, so CHEA, yeehaw. Entry, exit. They're on the scoreboard, folks. You guys know how to draw your entry and exit lines. I hope it helps you, but I don't want to do it over and over and over and over again. But I guess I'm going to just hammer it into your brains. Okay, NVIV. This one was a good one. It went up 300%. So NVIV. You'll do the same thing. Go see if it was a virgin. What is this? All right. Let's see if it was. Oh yeah, it's been doing nothing but dying. Selling off. All right, let's go back to the 5 minute. Massive move today. Exploded at open market open. This would be a good one to show you. Okay, that white line is down at 0%. Pretty much, yep. This is a perfect one, man. I love these. Let's put this line at 100%. When it's really easy to show you, because there's so much action. the stock was strung out pretty far. These are the ones I love to chart. Absolutely love it. So let's move this out of the way. See this volume trigger? Look up here, the volume, and that first candle was 955,000. That was way above the average, right? Remember the scoreboard average? What does it need to be? The average volume trigger is 681,000. So it was way above that. That is a good sign to jump in. First volume trigger. Okay, so it launched on that volume on that candle. Then let's see if later in the day there's another volume trigger. Let's see what had to get the second run started. So it's got to be higher than this 955,000. Let's see it going across here. Let's start watching these blue candles. Look at this. Is it going to trigger? 684, 160. It didn't quite do it. Still had a pretty good run, but we've been kind of in a weak market, so that's all she wrote. 100% line right here. And your first entry be here, right? As soon as it hits 100%, that's when we go in. Entry. I know it's boring. I'm slow. But my job is not to entertain you. Okay. I just had an idea. I'm gonna turn this line green. That's your entry. Okay. And I don't even need these anymore. Yeah, I'm figuring this out right now. Entry, 100%. Okay. And now, what's our exit? Our exit is when it sells off right here. When the Tilson turns red. That's our exit. Okay. And then there was obviously a second run. Beautiful, beautiful thing. But we're just talking about entry and exit. Because after the first run happens, it's not a virgin anymore. So anything can happen back here. And after this point, you should just scalp. And the scalp could be you taking a trade here when the Tilson turns green again. The volume trigger was never greater than the first volume trigger, so that's not a good confirmation of this second run, but it definitely had a second run. And so you would want to play that according to your scalp rules, your scalping rules. It's no longer 100% beyond trade. This happens over here on the first run, which was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes long. Okay. Major gains to be had on that one today. Well, guys, I think this video is and should be over. Been talking and running my mouth long enough. So if I can figure out how to do this. Oh, there it is. Okay. See you guys next time. Thank you. Adios.